Each and every passing year, it gets harder and harder to make friends. It gets harder to date. It gets harder to get a job. It gets harder to make money. It gets harder to survive, right? It feels as if things are becoming isolated. Everything is very isolated and independent in today's world where everything is me, 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 right? This is why none of us have successful relationships with one another because it's all about me. It's all narcissism. It's all what can I get out of this person? Well, what resources, what kind of money, what kind of status could I gain from this other person? See, each and every passing year, it's becoming more apparent that we are more divided than could possibly be imaginable. I mean, even men and women can't get along in today's world, right? This is why men and women aren't in relationships anymore. This is why you see this manosphere trend, this feminism, femcel trend, because men and women have been divided by the powers that be. And you see, it's each gender points at each other like little kids on the playground, right? Who haven't grown up and fight over who's gonna garner whatever territory they want to be in while they're playing tag or capture the flag or whatever kids play these days. The powers that be have turned each and every single person, including myself, I'm not discluding myself in this, into narcissists. And you see, you have to be able to identify this in yourself and change. And that's the part that people simply won't do because 99% of people, if you talk to them, if you ask them about life or about themselves, what they look for in a friend or in a partner, um, I guarantee they don't supply pretty much most of what they say. Let me give you a small example, right? We all say we want to be treated with kindness and respect and all these things, but do we truly treat each other with kindness and respect? And when I say kindness, I'm talking about the truth. Are we talking about truth or are we talking about BS? What filling each other's emotions up with what we want to hear day in day out, or are we having meaningful conversations that are empowering one another and that can empower other people? Because what's happened in today's world with the technology, and it's going to keep getting worse. People think that things are going to get better under this new administration. Clearly, they're not. I just saw a poll actually that said most of young men, or whatever, majority of young men, because the young men were a big voter for Trump, that they disapprove of what he's doing now. And I don't blame anyone for disproving or whatever party is in, because the party, no matter if it's blue or red or whoever, they never do what they're going to say. So it doesn't surprise me, right? Just like when Joe Biden came in, how he had the worst approval ratings in history or whatever for a president, or so they told us, the media, right? What I'm getting at here is with this technology, with the speed dating, with the disconnect, this is going to lead to a very lonely world to where the only thing you're going to have to bond with is technology. Whether that be with robotics or with an AI. Because we see it happening. It's been happening for a couple years now, for longer than that, really. But now it's picking up steam. AI's really picked up steam the past 2 years. I mean, 3 years ago, we weren't even talking about AI much at all. And now it's like in everything. It's in Google now when you do a Google search, right? So again, this people think that these are coincidences or this is innovation. This isn't innovation. This is innovation for a few. This is not innovation for the people. This is de-escalation for the people. This is us being enslaved by a few, no matter what your political party is. Because as you saw, if you're a liberal, you were favored the past 4 years. Then all of a sudden, these past 6 months, or that fake assassination, whatever, that happened in July, right? Then all of a sudden you saw this switch, this red shift, as me and Shammy made a video about. And when that red shift happened, everyone went to Trump, and they completely abandoned the woke values. It's still around, of course. It's not going to completely disappear. But it's like the pendulum shifted from the blue team, which is all pro, let's make everyone feel good and make it and give everyone a first place award, to now it's ha ha, Now Trump's back in power. Ha, now you're getting censored. Ha ha. And they don't see the bigger picture that you're all getting censored in the end of the day, right? So these are really big problems because not only are we disconnected and not being friends with one another, we're all alone, we're all depressed, we're all taking antidepressant medication. We're also fake with each other through social media, right? Through the posts and how we portray our lives and how we are with our friends, right? When it comes to intimate relationships, there's the speed dating element, and this is mainly for women. I mean, men don't really get the pick of the litter unless you're a Zac Efron looking dude, as us guys all know. So with the speed dating, it makes it really hard, right, to date. It makes it extremely difficult to meet someone. Not, I mean, I shouldn't say even meet someone, right? It's actually kind of easy to meet someone in today's world. Um, but it's hard to make that connection. It's hard to keep people around. You see, if you walked outside, right now, you walked outside, depending on where you live, if you live in the city, you're probably going to see a lot of people. But if you live in a small town, you're probably not going to see many people, unfortunately. Like me, I live in a small town. If I were to go walk the streets, I don't really see people in my age bracket. I'm in my late 20s. Most people are either much younger than me or much older than me, unfortunately. So, as you can imagine, dating for me, I'm a single guy, it's not easy. So I feel every ounce of loneliness that men claim they feel. And listen, I'm not a bad looking dude. I go to the gym. I have a job. Got my own place. Got my own car. Right? I'm not rich by any means. Um, yeah, I'm definitely not tall. That's for sure. So maybe that's why I don't get looked at much because I'm short. But in the end, do you see how we're judging each other? There's no getting to know one another. There's no moral judgment. It's all physical. It's all for the aesthetic. It's all for the gram. It's all for show. Nothing is genuine. And that's the problem with my generation. And it's getting worse. It's getting perpetually worse. It's crazy to think that I'm in my late 20s, right? And that there's people younger than me teaching kids out here, in these public fool systems, as I call them. Uh, it's really wild that you got the TikTok generation now in classrooms teaching the generation. I don't even know what Generation Alpha's up to these days. Obviously, they got TikTok. Who knows what's going to come up next? They're basically going to grow up with AI. It's already normal for them. Being a teenager, seeing all this AI coming in already, it's normal for them now. It's going to be more normalized, right? And that's part of the agenda. That's part of the division. Because now that the kids are coming in, they're being groomed for it all. It's going to just be normal to them. It's going to be like, wow, you don't have an AI chatbot or a robot in your house? Same way when Facebook first came out or an iPhone came out, a lot of people said they weren't going to get it or that it was stupid. And now everyone has it. Now if you don't have an iPhone, you basically can't even have a job. So I'm trying to get people to see the bigger picture here. This is why I make content. Really, in this video, I'm trying to tie in how technology and where the evolution of technology and how this shift that we see with the conservatives and Elon Musk and all this stuff and Trump, how it's being merged together now. The same way with how the blue team people on that side in 2020 pretty much already showed that they're ready to go. They're gonna pretty much do whatever the TV says, and red team has pretty much shown that they're no different at all. And the powers that be have seen that now ever since putting Mr. Donald Joseph Trump back in office. So, what can we do about this, right? We need to have proper education. This is the foundation of it all. We need to have proper education from the get go. We need to abolish this government education system that's basically rear ended us with lies from when we're 5 years old and thrown in there while our parents went to go work to make someone else rich and then they pay taxes on it, right? So it's a giant scam. The whole 9 to 5, go to school, all this stuff. Your life is a scam, and it's for a reason. That's why life is so miserable and so hard and unfair. Is because these people make everything unfair. Sure, we're all a victim to our own circumstances, depending on where you were born, where you grew up, where you live, all that stuff, of course. But we can all be living a much better life. We don't have to be living life like this. We don't have to be getting priced out of existence the way we are. We don't have to put our faith in billionaires the way we have been. People who make it clear that they don't care about the average person like you and me. Because in the end of the day, no matter what these billionaires, these politicians, no matter what these influencers do, it always is me and you, the people who are working 40 plus hours a week, paying taxes, who are getting the shit end of the stick as usual, who are paying the price for it. And when it comes to our youth, we need to have proper education. We need to re educate people who are old now, who are in my age bracket now, who are adults, right? We need to have re education. We need to educate the youth. This is how you fix everything. Educate them on social media, educate them on natural law, educate them on dark occultism, on light occultism, educate them on how to defend yourself, what's right and what's wrong, educate them on proper morals, spiritually enlighten kids, let them get hands-on experience. It's not rocket science, people. It's really not. We could fix all of this. And the foundation is teaching the youth and re-educating ourselves. But the issue is most people don't want to change themselves because they love their slave chains. Oh, yes, they do. They love their slave chains. They don't want to take their slave chains or their blinders off. They love it. And it's not even so that they love it. They actually don't love it. They just don't want to take it off because they don't want to face themselves and take responsibility and change because that's way too horrifying for them. And because we have grown adults who won't be adults, we're being enslaved through technology, through algorithms, through consolidation of mass media, through social media, television, Hollywood influencers, through politicians, through conspiracy theories about Donald Trump saving the world and Israel being the one all be all controller of the world. You see, we are not where we need to be as people. As a truth community, we are fudged as truthers. We have not done our part as truthers. I'm not going to include myself in here because I feel like I've done almost everything I can. I mean, I don't know what more I could do at this point. But people just want to tweet and hide and be anon, not show themselves, not network. It's very strange. It's really weird, strange behavior. And again, this goes back to what I said in the beginning of this, how people's words completely contradict their actions, how, you want to meet like-minded people, but then when it comes down to it, people don't actually meet, and then these same people go down some rabbit hole about outsourcing all your power to Jesus Christ, and that's what you got to do. Or they're just straight up weirdos, right? Kook addicts, whatever, drug addicts, creeps. So the truth community is very weird, and now we're all divided with disinfo agents like Alex Jones has been around a long time, but it goes even deeper than him. Then you got the Myron Gaines, the Jake Shields, Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, Russell Brand, and then these X accounts, right? Then even deeper than those X accounts, where they're just anon. They have no links to a YouTube channel. They just have like a first name and that's it. They got no podcast, no website. You have no clue who they are. You don't know if they're real, but they're tweeting all this truth all day, and they got like 30 to 50,000 followers. So, and then you say one thing, a little constructive criticism to them, and they block you. So, and it's not. So again, I don't want to get off topic here, but I think you guys get my point with the division in every aspect of life here, even in the truth community, and how it goes into relationships, friendships, and how this in turn affects the community, and it affects all of us worldwide. Those of you who are awake, those of you who know truth, it's time to stop hiding. And it's time to really network and show yourselves. Listen, let's use Truth Seeker as an example. Truth Zone, whatever his name is, the guy who I've made a few videos about, and how I've called him a coward for not showing himself or not even using his freaking real name, for crying out loud. It's like, how can you trust these people? 2 minutes of research on me will show you I'm very real. I'm very real. My email's wide open. My direct messages are wide open. if you really want to test me to see if I'm real or whatnot. And that's the problem is people can't even do like 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes. People can't even do 10 seconds of research to see who you are, what you believe, what you might even believe. They just make assumptions about you from a little tweet you said, a little statement you made, or a 10-second clip that they saw of you on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. So we are a very lazy, irresponsible, dumbed down society. And don't expect things to get worse. Expect things to get worse. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But truthers need to get their heads out of their asses and start educating people. They need to make content. They need to now. If you have a big channel like Truth Zone, you need network. Hey, if someone's in New Jersey, like me, I'm in New Jersey. Maybe there's people in New Jersey that watch you and are in my area, Truth Zone. But seems like truthers can't think like this. Seems like truthers can't even themselves can't even see the bigger picture. Seems like a lot of these so-called truthers are controlled, or maybe they themselves are just narcissistic divas who are using, maybe if their following is genuine, that following for financial gain. You don't know in the end of the day, right? But anyway, I think I said enough here. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I just wanted to go on a rant about the technology, how it's developing, and how it's affecting my generation, and especially how it's going to be affecting the younger one, and the total shift that's gone on, and how in the end it's the people, right, that are paying the price. It's me and you. No matter if you're on the blue team, the red team, the neutral team, you're all being affected by this. Whether you're white, black, Christian, Jewish, gay, straight, Democrat, Republican, you're all getting screwed by the same people. So until you all wake up, don't complain about being enslaved.